Good evening, everyone. Mike here, founder of Magnus Box, coming to you live here on a beautiful, cold Thursday. Days start to blend together, don't they, Luke?
They do. It's definitely not cold here in Las Vegas. I think we're hitting about 100 degrees right now. So,
Oh gosh, that's right. Luke's hiding in Vegas today, or for the next couple of days. What are you doing in Vegas, anyways, Luke? Why are you there?
I'm just gambling. No, I'm kidding. I'm here for ScaleCon, meeting a bunch of people. It's a event put on by MSP Camp and the Tech Tribe. So I've actually seen a couple of our existing partners, and of course, you can reach out to us if you're here. Hopefully, you're watching, or maybe you're probably at an event right now. But if you do refer someone, whether you're an existing partner or not, you can get $100 account credit. So certainly look into that. I know one of our partners have already done that, so you can be the next. You get $100
Yeah,
for you and a friend.
yeah. We always give. That's one of the promos that we always have going on, and convention times are the perfect time because you have a very broad range of people there, or a whole bunch of people that may not be current partners of Magnus Box, and you can invite them, and you get $100. They get $100. Everyone wins, especially
Yep,
in Vegas,
everyone wins in Vegas.
right? I don't
Well,
know if that's I don't know if that's
maybe
true or
not.
not, Luke.
Well, it is if you're a partner at Magnus Box,
Yes,
but no
exactly.
promises if you go to a casino.
Yep, yep. So ScaleCon 2024, first time we've ever gone. In fact, it's the first time that this event has ever happened. And how many MSPs do you think are there currently right now?
I would say probably a couple hundred, probably around 200, maybe 300 at max. But yeah, really good turnout. A lot of people, they seem very excited about this event, and they've already planned for next year as well. So I think it's been a really good experience from a vendor's perspective, and I think all the MSPs I've talked to, they've really liked it as well.
No, definitely, and I'm glad we were able to get you out there, and you were able. We want to get into a different convention and see if we can uh, get out there a little bit more and try to do some more marketing and meet some people, and hopefully it's been productive for you, and you've had some people come around to the booth.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of people come by, lots of business cards entering for the Bose Quiet Comfort headphones giveaway, and we got lots of socks, pens, M&Ms. So yeah, you can see those floating around throughout the day. Lots of people using the pens. I think we're like one of the. It's pretty rare actually. Pens are pretty common, but I haven't seen too many around. So there's a bunch of people using those.
Uh, I tell you what, I love a good pen. I don't care what anyone says. Having a nice ink pen is always. That's why I always buy the ink pens. And then we have Magnus socks, Magnus Box branded socks, completely
Yep.
complete with packaging as well. And
Yep.
we've also got some M&Ms, some branded M&Ms. So Luke found those. Those are pretty sweet as well. So if Luke has any of these things left, any of the sweet swag, we're going to start shipping some out to our partners and get some new swag out there in the market.
Yeah, I know we do have some socks left. I think we'll definitely have some. M&Ms are running a little short, so tell people at TechCon to save some for you, or at ScaleCon to save some for you.
Yeah, speaking of TechCon, that is an event that we just came back from a few weeks ago, and that was in Maryland.
Yep, right outside of Baltimore area,
Uh,
between DC and Baltimore.
it was definitely a fun event. So we went to
It
TechCon
was.
2024 in Baltimore, Maryland, just on the outskirts there, and that's one of the conventions that's put on by Paco and Rick and Uncle Marv as well, and we had a good time out there. In fact, speaking of TechCon, we have a giveaway from the TechCon event. So we didn't get a chance to. Every time we go to a convention, we do a giveaway. Sometimes it's an Amazon card. This time we were giving away a set of Bose. What is it? Comfort?
Yeah, quiet comfort headphones.
Quiet
They're just
Comfort.
noise canceling headphones essentially.
And so basically, what we did there is we collect business cards, and we had 11 people that put their card in. So I'm going to see if we can bring this up on the screen here without knocking us out. See if it's going to play nice for us here. Oh, look at that. We switched from using StreamYard to Restream, so we're still getting used to it here. So this is the list of names of everyone that put in their business card during TechCon. We got them up on the screen here for you, and it's going to be whoever it lands on is going to get these sent to them. We'll reach out to them if we don't have their address. I do want to warn everyone, Jason Miller is down here in the bottom right corner in the orange. So I just automatically think it's just going to land on Jason Miller. So that's why we're using the wheel of names to pick our contestant or our winner this time. So you ready, Luke?
I am.
Okay, here we go. No pressure. I'm going to spin this wheel as hard as I can by clicking the mouse.
Hold down like the Price is Right wheel.
Oh no. I was joking. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, that was close.
Oh, that was
Miller's
almost
probably
Jason.
flat on the table right now.
I think I just broke Jason Miller's winning streak, man.
Wow.
So, Pierre, I'm going to, you're probably not watching this because I don't think you're a current partner, but I got your business card. We're going to reach out to you and get these in the mail to you, whether you ship them from Amazon or ship them right from the Magnus Box data center. Make it sound exclusive.
The official warehouse.
If you want, we'll even have Luke sign those for you. So that way they might be...
That might devalue them.
Oh gosh, they might work better. No,
Maybe.
These are some really nice headphones though. So we're also giving those away here at ScaleCon as well. So we'll probably be doing another live stream after ScaleCon to announce a winner for that as well. So, but yeah, TechCon was fun. ScaleCon's going well. You're on day 2 or 3. So it definitely looked like there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, there was. Like I said, I don't have the exact number, but I would definitely say probably about 250. And yep, we're on day 2. Just got done with the second break after lunch, and then there's heading towards the end of the day. But obviously, it's a lot. I think a lot of our partners in the Eastern time zone, so it's like 6:40 there. It's still only 3:40 here in Vegas, so there's a couple hours left in the day for some business type stuff, and then everyone will go have fun doing whatever they can find in Vegas, which there's plenty to do.
Did you do any exploring in Vegas or?
Yeah, I went to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, the little iconic sign as you're driving into Vegas, which was fun. I went to Raising Cane's, which actually doesn't sound super eventful, but their food's pretty good. But they also had a nice view of the strip. They had like not like a skyscraper, but like a little high rise where you could come out and sit. So I did that. And I also went to see the Sphere, the new little bulb, or whatever you want to call it, a little orb. Looks like it's a kind of like a space station type thing, like a UFO, but it's very cool. I think the pictures don't really do it justice, but the thing that really takes you off guard when you see it in person is how bright it is. Like, I mean, it is bright. I mean, honestly, if you didn't look at the sky, like, you would think it was probably daytime nearby because it's so well lit there. So, yes, it's cool. It's still kind of odd, in my opinion, but it's cool to see in person.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's something that I want to see too next time I'm there. It's just, I've heard it's massive, and I've heard it's very expensive to put an ad on that thing or anything.
Yeah, I bet, because I mean, pretty much anyone in Vegas can see it. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's the world's biggest billboard, basically.
yeah.
So,
But no, so outside of convention news, I know that I've got some updates on our data center here. If we want to go through those. Um, so we have our Magnus Box owns and operates our own data center here in Saginaw, Michigan, and in there we have 3 storage clusters. We have Nexus, Akira, and the brand new Apollo storage cluster powered by 45 drives, which we are actively using at this time. And so we've made some improvements in our own infrastructure in our data center. So we were noticing that we were having some overhead issues with the VPN connections between the partners' endpoints, their clients' endpoints, and going into our storage clusters. And so we were able to remove that traffic outside of it. And we were able to move that traffic outside of it and increase our throughput by like 4 times. We were having some overhead issues with the packet sizes as well. So we're seeing a lot of throughput, and we're hammering our 2 gig connection, which is great. We can always add more, and we're hoping to keep adding to our data center as well. So I see Scott's here in the chat. So welcome, Scott. Glad you can join us today. So Luke is definitely out there partying like it's 1999.
I'm trying, Scott.
But Luke's been posting some pictures to the channel as well as he's been going through ScaleCon. Have you gotten a chance to meet Nigel yet? That's all I want to know. Big thing of the event.
I have. I got my picture taken with him, so they had a professional photographer there, so I'll have to see if I can grab that picture and post it in our partner group and Tech Tribe and stuff like that. Very
Yeah.
nice guy. He had a couple-minute conversation with me, so that was nice.
Tech Tribe is amazing. I don't know if anyone is not a part of it. If I still had my MSP, I could tell you there's like 2 things I would do. Number 1, figure out what I'm doing, who I'm selling to, get all my pricing over. Number 2, join Tech Tribe. It's like $49 a month, if I remember correctly. I probably get in trouble for saying the price, but it's on their website. If I'm wrong, go by their website. Don't go by what I said. They have so much marketing material for MSPs, and it's so affordable. I mean, at that price, I mean, you couldn't go wrong. I mean, and you can send out so many things like newsletters, emails, social media posts. I mean, that's all stuff that I wish I would have had when I had my MSP back in 2018 before I sold it to become a backup vendor. So I always look to see if they have something I can use for Magnus Box, but I'm like, people are going to know where it came from. So, but no, it's definitely a good time. Turn my MTU up. I can give that a shot, Scott. I'm going to make sure I test it on your stuff, though. But it'd probably work. That's probably my next thing I need to look into as well. You know, next to getting rid of my... take note, said it was $9.95. We're just going to bring Scott into one of these live streams next time just so we can have the banter.
I know, yeah, we need to have him actually come out here and say to our face.
I know, to turn my MTU up. Out my data center connection for my throughput. But yeah, so no, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll still be streaming here for a few more moments. But yeah, outside of that, some other things that we are working on right now, Luke, and I know you're aware of this, but our group, our audience may not be, is that within our data center, we have built 3 petabyte storage clusters. And that's a massive amount of storage capacity. We have extra. That's the thing. We have extra storage capacity within our data center now. And so we're actually in the process of evaluating offering S3 storage. I don't want to say it's going to be comparable to Wasabi. I'm just going to say it. It's going to be the same level where we give you the S3 keys, you can get your storage, and then we just charge you monthly for it. And the beautiful thing about S3 storage offering is that it can leverage our storage infrastructure that we've spent 3 to 4 years building in Saginaw, Michigan, and you can use other backup solutions like man, I'm going to blank now. Synology. I had this all scripted out in my head what I was going to say for that, but it's going to be like if you want to connect like Synology backups to our S3 infrastructure, you can use that. Any third party, any backup provider that can connect to S3 outside of Magnus Box, you could actually use our S3 storage infrastructure for. And so that's something that I'm actually working on developing right now with our team. I don't have an ETA on how long until it's going to be available. I'm hoping within this next quarter that I can start getting ready to start beta testing it with some of our MSP partners here at Magnus Box. And so it's definitely something to look for, because then you could do things like integrate Comet directly into us instead of going through us if you already have your own Comet instance as well, or any of that. And so it's really cool stuff that we can offer now that we've built the infrastructure for. And so I'm pretty excited to be launching that service here in the very near future. But
Yeah, it's very exciting stuff. I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of it. People have been asking, even at this event, been kind of asking about, you know, like asking about our data center, and then kind of talking about, like, hey, can we use your data or your storage for other things? And, you know, it's kind of hard. People, you know, it's nice to have that combined, so the backup and the storage, but to have it be one or the other where people can choose is also nice as well. So you have that extra customization ability.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And so I'm hoping to see, like right now, I'm just making sure that we can secure our S3 interface in our data center. I don't want to just open up free to the world. I want to have it locked down to either specific IP addresses from client at 7 points, which could be tricky. Like I said, we're still working out the logistics of it and making sure that it's a secure connection. That's number one. And number two, whatever we do, we don't want to degrade our current service offering as well by doing this. And so those are the two considerations that we're working on. We're also working on a way to automate it, but I have a feeling the first step's going to be just getting it out there to people and trying it out and seeing how it works, because we know it works. I mean, I use it myself for my Synology box as well. That'd be crazy if I didn't use my own backup software for our platform. But no, I've been testing it myself internally, and it's been working great using our own S3 infrastructure. So that's something that I am definitely stoked to be offering to the public here in the very near future. And so, especially when there's so many Synology devices out there, I think that's one of the number one NAS devices that we see on our platform is Synology. And so
for sure.
and with that, there's issues with integrating our backup solution into Synology's. It works, don't get me wrong, but Synology also likes to keep things locked down. And so if you're able to use their active backup and then just connect it into our storage infrastructure, then you're just avoiding that whole process altogether, and it's simplifying it in the long run. So definitely excited for it. I'm hoping to release more information. If you're interested in S3 storage or using our S3 storage infrastructure, please feel free to shoot an email over to hello@magnusbox.com. That way I can start my waiting list for it, and then I can kind of see if people are interested in it as well. We don't know what the cost is going to be yet. It's going to probably be comparable to Wasabi's cost, and it's going to be the same quality of service as well. And the nice thing about it is that our infrastructure, we own it, we operate it, we manage it. Anything that we need assistance with, we have service contracts in place with for our 45 drives storage cluster with our Ceph clusters. We have that in place as well, because I get asked all the time, what happens if I get hit by a bus? So we have that infrastructure in place if something, God forbid, happens to me. So that's why I'm happy with using our own infrastructure as well, is because we have that in place.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it too. I think it's going to open up a lot of possibilities for people and provide an alternative to using Comet Backup if they're not the biggest fans, or if it just simply doesn't work with what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and on top of that as well, and speaking of Comet Backup, which we love Comet, we chat with them all the time. They are making changes to their infrastructure as well, and their pricing has changed. If you go to their website, you'll see that it's changed. In fact, they now charge for the self-hosted version of Comet, and so Comet is actually been pushing some MSPs to us. And so if anyone needs to come over to us from Comet Backup, just reach out to us and let us know, and we're willing to help you migrate from Comet over to Magnus Box as well, and keep your backups running. So it's something that we want to make sure that everyone knows about, and that we are aware of it. And we are working actively with them as well to help any MSPs that need to move. And it's a mutual relationship between them, because it's no secret that we're powered by Comet. So we don't hide any of that. So I see Scott's got a question here, Luke.
Oh God, let's see what it is.
We love Scott. Scott is amazing. He always helps me out with my data center things. So Scott here is asking, have we considered a Discord channel for our support for both from each other and from Magnus Box staff? So it's something that we are always interested in. If there's a communication medium that partners would like us to implement, we're always willing to set that up. Currently, right now, we use Slack internally. We have a paid Slack account, so we do have the ability to add MSPs into there. It's not something that we've offered yet, but it's something that we've talked about internally, is allowing MSPs access into our dedicated Slack, or in essence, into our Discord as well.
Yep. I know probably people have some probably strong opinions about it, but from my limited use case in using both Slack and, well, not limited with Slack, but limited with Discord. They're actually kind of similar, but Scott may have strong opinions about that.
I mean, he does have strong opinions about that. He really does about Slack. So it's definitely something that I'm interested in having, though. And so we can maybe I'll put a poll out on our Facebook page and see if partners are interested in a Slack or a Discord type community for that. I mean, Slack, downside with Slack is that I only get so many free licenses per employee account that I have on Slack. So I think that's the only downside is that you guys outnumber us
Yeah.
a
Just by a
lot.
little bit.
There's 3 on our team. We have 200 plus MSPs on our platform. We get outnumbered just a little bit. So, but we have an amazing team. We have Titus on our dev team. We have Luke, our general manager here, who also handles support. And then me as well, who manages our data center operations, runs the company, cuts paychecks, and also does support as well. So great questions, though. I do like that idea, though. I mean, we can go 24/7 support.
Could. And, like your pager from the hospital.
Oh gosh, yeah. Love 2 a.m. Wake ups.
Yeah. Hey, what about it, man?
So, and then, as I was, well, let's see here. Yeah, I agree. I probably should just throw this up here. I should have just overlaid it so he came in real time too. I do agree. I do like Discord as he can break it up. Our partner group's been pretty supportive of helping each other out as well, especially when there's times where I'm not available or Luke's not available, or I ship Luke off to Las Vegas and he's on a plane watching Tigers.
Yep.
There you go. And that's
I had to keep myself entertained.
Oh gosh. Definitely interested in that. So maybe we'll work on that. So outside of our S3 offerings that we're working on developing right now, something else that we have been discussing internally that I think I've hinted to before is that we want to look into the possibility of offering a managed backup solution. And so can you go into that a little bit for me, Luke?
Yeah, so we've been discussing having a managed backup solution, and basically what we would do is you would set up the backup itself, and then we would manage it. So any errors or warnings that came in, we would resolve. Anything that needs your intervention, we would of course let you know, and we would let you know of any issues that arise anyway, and then you can choose to, either take care of it or we can just eliminate the problem. Because I know, like, a lot of times some of the warnings come from like permission issues or file path changes. So basically, we would take all the guesswork out of it. All you need to do is set up it, and then kind of almost like a set it and forget it. Except you're forgetting it, but we aren't.
Yeah, and that's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So when we first started Magnus Box, when I only had 50 servers that I was managing, once I hit that 50 point, I had to automate, especially updates. But I would go in and I would be checking everyone's servers and checking their backups and kind of like, hey, you might want to look at this. As we got growing, it's just when we have 4,500 devices on our platform, it gets to be a little overwhelming. And so we're looking at the ability to, like Luke said, you notify us. We're still working out the specifics on it, but the whole goal is that you say, hey, I want you to manage this client's backup, and I want you to watch it, and I want you to notify me if something happens. Now, we already have email alerts and all that stuff in place. You can go into the dashboard, but sometimes you just need a little extra hand to guide you and keep an eye on things. And that's what we're hoping to do, is we're hoping to develop internally a way to monitor your client's backups, and either A, we go in and repair it for you if there's something wrong. Obviously, we can't pick what we're backing up because we don't know what your client needs. We don't want to have that liability shift where we forgot something and then they have a disaster, server caught on fire, Scott dropped a pop on it, something to that effect, and we were backing something up like a QuickBooks file. Got to pick on Scott. And so the idea is that we would either alert you and say, hey, go fix it, or B, we will fix it for you and say, hey, your client's server or backup had an issue. This is what happened, and these are the steps that we took to resolve it. And so that's what we are. That's what we're looking into right now, is developing the initial plan of offering a managed backup service. So we don't know what the cost is going to be. We don't know if we're just going to tie it into our max plan for the people that are paying for a limited retention. We're still working out the finer details, because number one, we got to see the interest. Number two, we got to figure out how much work it's going to be and what the cost is going to be for it as well. And so it's not going to be crazy from what I'm thinking, from what we've been discussing internally. Luke is expensive, especially when he's in Vegas with a corporate card at a casino. But at ScaleCon, partying with Nigel. I know. I wanted to meet Nigel. I got to see these pictures, man.
Yeah, I'll be sure to get them to you.
But no, definitely something that we're working on. So our goal is to work on the S3 first, and then we're going to start hammering out plans for the managed backup as well. And so, like I said, we don't know what it's going to look like yet. It could evolve. But the nice thing is that as we develop it, we can include our Magnus Box partners who guide us, and then we can evolve it from there and make it better and improve on it. And so that's the beautiful thing about the Magnus Box platform, is that you take feedback from our partners, and we change and make adjustments, or course corrections, as some people like to say, on the go, and to accommodate everyone within reason.
Yeah. Scott's been chatting us up, so he asked this question, will that include you being able to repair the issue? And so I would say 99% of the time, yes, but on occasion there are some issues where it would need some intervention at the actual user level, or the MSP level, I would say. So, and then it gets a little bit more silly here. Pop, what's a poop? Makes a little bit of a correction here. And says, hope you can set a limit on the corp card, which I think there probably is, but I haven't reached it yet. But I can if you want, Mike.
Okay, there is a limit on the corporate card. It is not unlimited. We are still a small startup that doesn't have venture funding. We are all self-funded. I started this company with $600. Man, I sound like political ads now. I started back in the day with $600 and a dream.
Run for president of all backups.
That's right. Vote Mike 2024 for backup president. So I don't think we got any more topics today, do we, Luke? Is there anything else we need to cover that we missed? I mean, Scott didn't win the Bose headphones.
Yeah, he did not. That's too bad. He should have came out to TechCon, though, because I think he would have had a good chance.
You could have won, Scott. See, you didn't win.
Sorry, Scott.
I'm sorry, Scott. Should have came to TechCon.
No,
I invited you.
Yeah, we would have given you a free ticket. Maybe we shouldn't be advertising that, but
I would have paid for his ticket out there. This is gonna be scary putting him up on the screen though with Restream.
Yeah, unfiltered.
Unfiltered Scott. So.
Oh God.
But no, so everything else is going great at Magnus Box. We are going as far as things that we're working on right now. We do have a new version that we are going to be pushing out here this week. I believe it is version number, guessing I'm stalling here.
22.8.1, I think.
24.8.1.
24.
Yep, and we posted it to the Magnus Box Facebook page here. It's not a very big change,
No.
but I'm just going to share it out here quick to kind of show everyone what it is. So if you ever want to see what our updates are, we do post actively to our blog on magnusbox.com. This is our brand new website that Luke, our very own Luke, developed. It's a pretty sweet website.
Oh yeah, very, very professional.
And I agree, an unfiltered Scott is dangerous. So,
yes, it is.
But if you ever go to our website, magnusbox.com, you go to the news page and you'll see updates. So we got our live stream here and our ScaleCon. We got pumpkin spice backups.
Brand new.
But It's definitely our new offering. So we have 24.8.1. Basically, the biggest change is that there was a fix for an issue where there was a create file access denied error message when backing up EFS encrypted files. So it wasn't a massive change. It's only affected 3 MSPs, and we've been pushing it out as a one-off. And we're going to get that pushed out here this week, and we'll just handle it on our end. There's a few partners that don't want us to auto update, so we'll make sure that we restrict theirs as well. But yeah, lots of good information here. We try to keep it up to date pretty actively, so feel free to check that out. Scott has asked if we would put a live video feed in our data center. I like the idea. It's possible.
Idea.
Our data center is pretty cool. It's kind of messy right now because we've been in conference mode, and there's all the swag box, and the battle box for our swag is just everywhere right now. So no one wants to see that. They'll see my mess, Scott, and my couplers that I use for my RJ45 connections and my patch panels. So we don't want to show that.
Yeah, the most they'd probably see is a bunch of flashing lights, and then me unloading all the stuff from all the swag. Hopefully, I don't have too much left over, but unloading all the swag from TechCon or ScaleCon. I keep getting them messed up.
Both of them, both swag from both the conferences.
True.
And so
yeah, we did originate it at TechCon, so.
ScaleCon wasn't even in the radar. It popped up at TechCon. We talked to the owner or the one of the hosts of ScaleCon, and we're sitting down, and we got an invite, and we signed up, and and next thing you know, Luke's in Vegas 2 weeks later. Like, I think it was like exactly 2 weeks later.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think basically to the day. It was very last minute, which not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it just ended up working out like that, where they needed an extra sponsor or a vendor, and we were looking to maybe go to another event, and so we just jumped on the opportunity, and here we are. I'm in Vegas, and meeting a bunch of nice people. So
yeah, we booked everything that night in the hotel room. Got it all booked out while we were at TechCon. So we appreciate everyone inviting us out there and being so welcoming. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else for today unless anyone has any questions they'd like us to answer. It's been a really good conversation so far from Scott.
Our number one supporter.
Scott is our number one fan. We love him. But Luke, if anyone wants to get a hold of you, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, I'll throw up our ticker here. You can call us at 888-933-2965, or if you're at ScaleCon in Las Vegas, you can feel free to stop by the booth. You can also email us at hello@magnusbox.com. Any existing partners may want to submit a ticket at support@magnusbox.com for any issues you may be having, so feel free to use that. We also have, you can also use the chat feature on the magnusbox.com website as well if you'd like. So that's a helpful way. If one of us is online, you can chat us up. I think Eric Kelly has he didn't abuse it, but he was using it to send me some memes, so it works. It is confirmed that you can actually text us memes, so if you just have that dying impulse to do that, feel free to.
Yep, you can just go to our website, fill out the form, like, saying I want swag. You can send memes, pictures.
Yep.
A unicorn, apparently a unicorn. I didn't know this was a feature in our chat system, and then it just beautifully pops up in our queue saying, "Where's my swag?"
Yeah, and actually, I think I'm on. If you reload it, I'm online now, and so if someone's online, it'll actually allow you to start a live chat as well.
You were offline. Look at that. Luke is online.
There you go.
Send the swag. Wants my email address, doesn't? Yeah, it's okay. I'll go with it. But yeah, so I appreciate everyone joining us tonight. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to us by emailing hello@magnusbox.com, or feel free to give us a call. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable rest of the week. And we will see you after ScaleCon to do our next live stream for our next giveaway. So have a great evening, everyone.